So my background includes a number of, to some extent, overlapping industries. I'm heavily involved in the design industry, have a personal passion for the art industry, and formerly I'm a marketer. And those three industries kind of overlap in a number of ways, and specifically by way of this project, which is Stand 47. This is ultimately a design exercise. We're having a look at building something from the ground up, from a piece of paper, that is designed to achieve a certain set of outputs. The idea for Stand 47 case study came about in a fairly organic way. I was working with Lockhart-Barker regarding a marketing challenge that Saint Gobain was grappling with, regarding how the consumer market is basically adopting new types of technologies in the building industry. And we ended up in a situation where we identified the need for something physical and something tangible to be able to show people what you can do when you build using some great new materials.
The brief was quite simple. We wanted to demonstrate the concept of efficiency, a project where we achieve more with less.
We came up with the concept of a case study because our products from a consumer point of view were really quite out of touch. And from that there was a good collaboration between our knowledge and skills and technical expertise and Gavin being completely out of the industry and bringing his flair and design principles to the process.
Whilst Saint Gobain has got a great set of materials, it just wasn't taking. And it certainly wasn't taking within the residential market at the speed which it has taken in other parts of the world. If one is going to build a home, and you're going to build a home to prove a point about how much better that home can be, what you want to do is focus in on what does better mean. So they should keep a house warmer in winter, they should keep it cooler in summer, and it should be safer than your average home. It should be healthier, if possible, than your average home. And it should be a lot more flexible. In other words, I don't want to be locked into doing something because 10 years ago I decided to do it that way. Those are the kinds of things which I've wanted to focus on and get a house to deliver upon.
Stand 47 is our ambitious step into the residential space. We've basically been able to show people that you can build a high-end performance house in South Africa with existing products and materials that delivers way beyond any current traditional building method.
There are a few ways in which this home differs quite fundamentally from your, let's call it, average home. Materials in this house are made up of a light steel structure which intersects with masonry, but both its internal and its external walls are made with energy efficient materials. In layman's terms, many layers that perform very specific functions. So an external wall is made up out of at least 6 different components, each of which does a very special thing. It's warmer when it's cold outside, and it's cooler when it's hot outside.
To the fact that we're standing here on a winter's day, we're all wearing shirts or t-shirts, and the temperature is very cold outside. This house operates as if it ignores the temperature outside on any given day.
Whilst we've got a very high-tech home, that all sits in the background, and the foreground is simply a range of very organic materials, rock, wood, that immediately give you a sense of familiarity. Another major difference of the home is it can comfortably suit the needs of a couple. It can comfortably suit the needs of a mature family with 3 kids, because it's designed with a very flexible accommodation schedule. So it's been built with a single floor surface. It's been built with a single ceiling surface. And the interior walls that divide the respective spaces are then built out of a material that can, if required, be moved. That process is something that could happen in a few days, rather than, let's say, shutting down your home for a month whilst you add on a new bedroom.
But there are some specific products like Active Air, which sit in the bedrooms, which deliver a much more healthier environment for the room.
The materials used in many of the walls in this house physically absorbs volatile organic compounds from the air, and what we don't realize is that in every home there are these volatile compounds. Surely one would prefer to be in an environment where the air is moving freely, you're not having to heat it, so it's not drying out, you're not having to cool it, so it's not drying out, and you're not having to share it with everybody, because there's no need to do that. This home has been designed and built using specific products that are highly acoustically efficient. We don't even have curtains in this home, and yet there's no echo. And that is quite remarkable. When people come into the house and say, you know, this doesn't look that different to me to a normal house, it's the best thing I could hear. Because ultimately this house is fundamentally different at every level, but it doesn't appear to be different. I can only say I'm thrilled with the end product. It's both beautiful, it's comfortable. We've managed to produce something quite remarkable. It will certainly play a kind of a pivotal role in Saint-Gobain's marketing. You know, what you read, you have to try and believe, and what people tell you, you know, you kind of have to try and believe. But when you walk in and touch and feel and, you know, kind of see the home, I think it speaks very much for itself.
The house has surpassed our wildest expectations of how it looks, how it performs, and the job that it's doing for us in terms of converting the knowledge in the space. Probably the most astonishing experiment that we've had as a team is really how people react to the house. From their facial expressions, to the body languages, to the amount of pictures people take, to the information that they are able to extract out the house, has been really a massive experience for all of us. We're very certain that there will be a groundswell of interest in building houses like this. I think as more people experience this house, that story will spread on its own. A lot of the recognition we got from architects was that they understand this is the way they will build houses in the future.
This technology actually adds new possibilities. It's a new dimension for us to work with. It's a complete new way of looking at things. It's faster, it's simple. We really like working with very simple forms, very simple spaces, and using these materials actually enables us to achieve that.
The market has been told that one should use these materials because you can build faster. And there's a lot of people out there that believe that if it's going to be faster, what do I lose along the way? We wanted to reverse that perception because frankly that is not the case. Everybody loves the home. I have yet to hear a negative report about anything in the home. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that within 5 years' time, this home will no longer be particularly special or unusual. It'll be one of many homes that are built this way.